f of x is the square root of x, and g of x is x minus 2. So in my mind, up at the top here, I'm going to just draw them quickly. I know what my square root graph looks like, and x minus 2 is a straight line with a y-intercept of minus 2. I have a picture of both of them. State the domain and range of both of them. So for the green one, my domain is x is bigger than or equal to 0. My range is y is bigger than or equal to 0. And for my blue one, domain and range are everything. Given q of x, write our explicit equation. So we want to write an equation in terms of x. F of x on the top is the square root of x, and g of x on the bottom is x minus 2. Then determine its domain and range. Okay, the domain, like I said, on the exam, the domain they're going to ask you. The range, not so much, but we'll do it anyway. Domain, you have to check everything for things that are not allowed. I am not allowed to square root a negative. So my x values from the top, this has to be true. The x values have to be bigger than or equal to 0. I'm also not allowed to divide by 0. Would anything cause us to divide by 0? Positive 2. So I also would write that in addition to x being bigger than or equal to 0, I know that x cannot equal 2. Our range here is much more difficult. To get the range, we'd have to look at its graph. Is this something you've graphed before? No. Have you graphed some things similar to it? Yes. It's kind of like a rational graph, but we never had square roots on top. So what can we do? Well, x can't equal 2. That doesn't go away. That's going to be a vertical asymptote. A square root can be written as x to the half. And from our chapter 2, whenever the degree was bigger, and right now the degree on the bottom is an x to the 1, the degree is bigger on the bottom, we're going to have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. So even though we never had square roots on the top, we can use that idea from chapter 2 to figure out that there would be that vertical asymptote. Our green graph is in our numerator. Our blue graph is in our denominator. So now we can figure out some points. Like here I have 0 over minus 2. I will have 0. On my green graph, I have the point 1, 1. On my blue graph, I have the point 1, negative 1. If I did 1 divided by negative 1, I would get negative 1. This is enough to tell us that our graph is doing this in this section. The next nice point on my square root graph, mental math-wise, would be 4, 2. So I'm going to look on my blue graph and realize that I have 4, 2 as well. If I divide my y values, I have 4, 1. And now, even though I've given you the graph, I still think the range of this one is a little tricky. Can I give you the closest answer that lots of people like to do that's wrong? I'll do it in red. This is wrong. Can you see yourself tempted to do that one? Why can't equal 0? Why are we tempted to do that? Because there's an asymptote there. But do you see that your graph touched that point? Oh. Even though this graph is broken up, its range is everything. That's a little bit hard to see. Again, the exam, I don't think is going to go into that purple part. Definitely is going to ask you about the domain. Okay, circle 6, 13, and 16.